Now his ex-girlfriend is trying to put me in jail. My 2024 dating rap is that I started dating this guy who I told him I didn't want a relationship because I had kind of got out of a relationship more recently when we first started talking, and it was abusive, like physically and emotionally. And I told him, like, I just don't want to be hurt again. I don't think I could take it. Whatever, cool. He proved that he was different. He showed he was different, whatever, cool. And then he came down here and visited me from out of town and asked me to be his girlfriend. He took me to this 3-star Michelin restaurant and had them put it on a plate, and it was super sweet. So I said yes. After that, I ended up seeing a video that I did not want to see of him and his ex. He didn't see a problem with it. He tried to explain that, like, well, when you go looking for stuff, you're gonna find it. But I just felt like it was kind of weird, because they, from what he told me, they haven't broken up for almost 3 years at that point. So I said, okay, cool. We'll try to work through that. I thought it was also weird because we're in long distance. So if you're holding on to intimate videos of people for this long, who's to say that my videos are safe with you?
What?
But okay. Anyway, we continued dating. He didn't really apologize for it. He didn't validate my feelings or anything. He was like, you shouldn't have went through my phone, but I went through his phone because women's intuition, and I knew I was going to find something, but that shouldn't have been it.
Oh, that's it then. Women's intuition. I mean, it's over. You've left them and, you saw all this coming beforehand, and you will see everything that's to come, right? It's over. Relationship done. Video done. Oh, it's not.
But anyway, we move on. His grandma passes and my grandma passes 10 days later. His grandma services before mine, so I drive up to see him. When I get to the service, mind you, we've been talking for 8 months at this point, but I've only been his girlfriend for about 1 or 2 months. So I get to the service. He introduces me as his friends to his family.
1 or 2 months. Duh. Or maybe he had a good reason.
After I drove 5.5 hours to be there, then the ex from the video also showed up to the service because he's one of those, I don't date. So he only has ever had 2 girlfriends, including me. So that was really fun. When I brought up the fact that I felt it was weird that he introduced me as his friend, even though he made it a point to make me his girlfriend, when I offered that we could just talk and, take things slow, he was like, well, you always get upset with me and block me.
Oh, get upset and block him. I know he lying. He lying, ain't it? You don't be doing that, do you?
Which is true, I do block him, but that's because he doesn't take accountability for things, and he'll also post on social media as if, like, everything is fine and he doesn't have a care in the world. So it just reiterates the fact that he's unapologetic. So no, bitch, I don't want to see that.
Right, that's a reasonable explanation. You have every right to block him. He unapologetic. I don't want to see that.
Anyway, then he got mad because I was kind of bothered that he introduced me as his friend and that I didn't offer to help clean up, even though we got to the repast when it was already over because of his poor time management skills.
Well, of course you don't have to help. You just a friend. You ain't got to help. Now, I know this type of attitude gonna really establish you as his girlfriend. I imagine you were just in that corner over there looking mad on your phone and blocked him on everything.
So we moved on. I forgave him for that. I go home, and the day before my grandma service, he gives me some news about something I probably may not say on TikTok. I forgive him for that. I don't know why he couldn't wait until after my grandma service, but cool.
He just rude. He is rude. Now, I think everybody know what that is. Hope y'all got that medicine and that cream.
The day of my grandma service, we talked for maybe an hour and 30 minutes in total. He called me, like, on my way to the service. And then we talked a little bit before I went to bed for like an hour, but I was super tired. I was emotional. I was crying the whole time. But yeah, he didn't send me a card. Didn't really, I mean, he gave me his condolences, but he didn't show up for me emotionally in any other way besides calling me.
The call wasn't enough? Like, what are we talking about? Like, who gives cards in 2024 for a funeral? Seriously. And did he know that was your line of demarcation, that if he don't send you no card, that's the problem? Did he know that? Have he ever sent you a card before? But that's reasonable. I see why you got mad, sweetie. I see it.
And I do want to add, when he called me before bed, he was around people. So we talked for a little bit, and then he got around his friends and his phone died. I forgave him for that. And then it's really like, bitch, how much more? But I'm almost done.
I got one question, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to the intuition she said she had? It seemed to always leave them. It seemed like you would see all these things. Either intuition, some type of psychic power black women or women have in general. It doesn't make any sense. But yes, chastise him for every mistake he made and not look at anything that you did throughout the process. We understand.
I forgave him for that, but that like he never came back down here to see me. So I was thinking like we were drifting away, and I just kind of thought it was somebody else. I just knew he was cheating. So I was going to wait for him to come down to see me, for me to go through his phone again.
Go through his phone again? I mean, did you not learn from the first time? Or I'm pretty sure not learn from the last relationship? This is your problem? But let's see what happens.
But I didn't have to, because like a week ago we were on FaceTime and he shared his screen so he could show me a video, because, you know, he's blocked on everything. He forgot to stop sharing his screen, and he was texting two girls. One of them, he was saying that he was going to link with her to garden and possibly get food, and she bought him a Christmas gift. And then the other one, he was texting her Merry Christmas, but when I texted him on Christmas, he didn't even respond to my text. We did talk on the phone, but he went out his way to text this lady Merry Christmas and could not tell his girlfriend Merry Christmas. So yeah.
Later, I got no more benefit of the doubt to give. You certified crazy. I'm sorry.
And now his ex-girlfriend is trying to put me in jail. Yeah. That's my 2024 dating wrapped.
That was a punchline. You should have started with that. That should have been the keynote topic. I didn't put the popcorn down. She came on this thing telling us that I want to make sure he's different. I want to make sure he's not like all the others. I just got out of an abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally. I got out of an abusive relationship. I can't go through that again. So after watching this, everyone and their mama should be able to see she's the problem. She was the problem in the last relationship. She's the problem now. There's always a problem around you, but it's never you. There's an issue going on inside your head. And I'm sorry. I'm not clinically trained enough to tell you what help you need. But it's clear and obvious to anyone who watches that you have some issues that you need to take care of. This is ridiculous. Leave any man alone. You don't need to be dating right now. You need to be focused on you. 2025 needs to be a year of you. Just shut up and don't go around no man. No human, honestly. You need to be quiet. You need to sit to yourself, learn what is wrong with you. Clinically, it's a clinical issue going on with you that you told us this BS story and felt like the victim throughout. You are not a victim. You're actually the villain in the story that you told us. You made this man's life miserable from the time he met you. I'm so sick and tired of hearing women come with this precursor of all the bad relationships that they've had, and now you got to fix the pieces. You have to mend her broken heart, fulfill everything the last man didn't do. You have to start from a deficit in order to get to an actual starting place for yourself. It's BS. And people should have to keep going through this crap. I'm so happy for this guy that he's no longer with her, but obviously it's not over because she's messing with his ex to the point that there's police involved. This lady has toxicity written all over her. This man only had 2 girlfriends in his life, and obviously the ex-girlfriend wasn't a part of this type of toxic behavior because she's at the funeral with the family. I'm sure she got more hugs at the funeral than your ass. This don't make no sense. Brother, don't ever turn back. Get a restraining order on her and move on with your life.
Let's go.